Folks, welcome back to Let's Play Illusion of Gaia, Gyarados. Yeah, somebody, Ald actually came and told me the not only the quote correct pronunciation, but like sort of the different levels of acceptability of different pronunciations. Yeah, it doesn't look like I really took the time to. Certainly didn't. I read it. I certainly didn't refresh myself before starting this video, as you can tell. So this screen is not clear of enemies, it is clear of enemies that we can currently get to. And in fact, the rough part of this dungeon, as I recall, I was saying the other day, is that the temptation to press on a little further than you should without going back to heal is strong, because it is a bit of a trek, Luthia styles, to get to, Trek being a town in that game, to get to the sexual healing required. Pound the hell out of this thing and move it no further than a regular shot would. It's got pretty badass music though. Like you can definitely feel like the monsters here are supposed to be more threatening than in previous areas. At least I do. Oh, I remember hating this shit. Fuck you, I knew it was gonna knock me into the spike some way. Of course the enemies are not affected by these things. You're not going to lure enemies into spikes and get them to kill the enemies for you. Ah, okay. Got it on the first try, man. I'm learning this puzzle stuff real good. So I'll take this over fucking Mass Effect Andromeda trying to present Sudoku as, ooh, it's an alien language, you're translating the glyphs. I mean, yeah, I will take this over that crap any day. I'm suddenly flashing back to, mentioned Luthia and the Fortress of Doom, which had a town called Trek. I'm now flashing back to Luthia 2 Rise of the Sinistrals. Hell of a game. The RPG elements of the game, kind of easy, actually. I mean, even by the standards of... Like, playing through the main story, there's really not a whole lot of sections where you had a right to get in trouble. If you were taking any time at all to level up your characters. There's an optional battle, like a battle with Gades, you were allowed to lose. You could work, if you're really trying hard, you could try to win that one on the first pass. You get the Gades sword, but yeah, that was a game where if you have done any of the optional stuff, by the time you get to the final boss should be cake. But this game is kind of the same way, if I recall correctly. The final boss is by no means the hardest part of this game. If I say that now, watch me struggle mightily against the final boss. Who knows? As you can see, I'm going to go ahead and use save states. I'm already at the, I'm already at, like, how many hits did I take there? 2 or 3? I'm already down to less than half of my health. It is empty. Yeah, this game likes it. This dungeon in particular likes to give you a big old FU with the chests. It would be really nice to start clearing some of these rooms. Maybe I can make something out of the fact that you are isolated from me. Find an angle where you can't hit me with your rocks. I took a chance that I could finish him off before he was going to hit me too much there. Yeah, he was getting angry. I'm going in a loop here now. And I keep hitting the wrong button. Ooh, these guys are bunched together enough. Maybe I can actually get them all. Or maybe I can't get anywhere. Wait a second. Is this a puzzle in and of itself? These two guys are arranged. Is the place where they meet special in some way? You've found the Statue of Hope. The Statue of Hope. Was there a room with the same name? I don't know, was there? Alright, so much. I was all bitter about the game hosing you with empty treasure boxes. But no, it's actually a clue. Lily speaks from his pocket.
Well, I've been thinking.
Don't strain yourself.
It appears as if the treasure chest is where the exact spot where the line of vision between both the statues cross.
Oh, thanks, Lily. I figured it out. And I did not remember that, although obviously I played through and beat the game on original hardware back in the day. This is not one of the puzzles I remembered. But now I'm like, I figured it out on my own, and Lily's like,
oh, hey, here's the solution, by the way. I wonder if this is supposed to mean something. Maybe not.
Yeah, you probably nothing. Probably means nothing. No, I would actually have much preferred if Lily gave me some inkling of what the fuck I'm supposed to do with the Statue of Hope, because I do not remember. There was a room that was called like the Well of Hope, or the Spring of Hope, or Hope Springs. Oh, it's probably this room right here. Yeah, that would be it. Okay, because I didn't actually go to that room. The game's like, you must have gone to the room, right? A Statue of Hope. A statue containing the hopes of the Moo people. It also appears to have water. He raises the Statue of Hope. A strange whisper is heard from somewhere. Oh, it's Hope. It's that little kid from Final Fantasy XIII. The strange voice isn't saying anything, but it is shooting fire at us. Oh, hey. Am I gonna have to fight you guys? The sun god, Rama. The ocean holds a power. Anyway, bye. I'm gonna wreck you toys someday, but not today. Bye. So the water level have gone down.
Aha! There's less water than before. It looks like we can now explore new areas.
That's all good, but I'm going to go back and heal before I start a whole nother round of rooms. As you can see, there's plenty of stuff waiting to kill you down there too. Including rock guys, who you would think would be grateful that we've just freed them. Oh hey, you are not going to... Oh, I remember this. This becomes a major pain. I'm happy that I managed to remember that you can block. If I could... Well, maybe I could hang around. Or that could be a trick trap, making me stay here and get killed. But yeah, the... now that there's multiple levels, the... those Wizard style dudes will just pop up at places where we can't actually hit them. Attacking us from like a whole lower level. I think I will start doing a little exploring down here. But yeah, we're gonna have to find another Statue of Hope. Or something that will lower the level of the water. Here's probably the room of even more hope. Yeah, it's just the room. It really is. This is the room of even more hope. Trying to make sure I don't have my belly blocking the in laptop microphone that I have to use. All right. Well, looks like I needed to find another way to get to. I changed my mind about whether I was going to close your eyes, bright eyes. Okay, that doesn't make sense. Turn around, bright eyes. Yeah, I changed my mind about whether I was going to explore new areas after I'd already gone past the point of no return, as it were. But now we're all healed up and ready to keep at this dungeon. So far, it hasn't been too bad, but those are famous last words, of course. So just how I get all the way over there, I don't think I missed a place where you could hop down, but if I did, we will find ourselves unable to advance until we go back there and hop down. I think it's more likely I'm supposed to get at it from some long-winded path starting here or at the next screen. Can you block these shots, I wonder? Actually, this is significantly less dangerous if I can just block those. It seemed like I couldn't, or I had the angle wrong somehow. Great. Who am I kidding? I'm gonna take. I didn't take damage. Wow. Oh, can I turn to the Dark Knight for Dawn? Please, 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 please. Yeah. Dark Knight for Dawn is ready to. Dark Knight 316 says, I just dark friared your ass, as Boba said in a previous video. I am Gaia, or perhaps Gaia, the source of all life. I'll give you some advice. When you started this journey, Mu began to rise from the sea. Seawater still covers land in many places on this continent. When the water is gone, you will discover the location of Rama, king of Mu. I thought Rama was like the lightning guy. Record what's happened? Nah. Maybe I should get a new save state. This would be a reasonable place to load state from, because this is where we would have to, you know, restart from using in-game save. So save stating from here is just saving the trouble going to the save menu. I'm trying to not lose this didn't want to lose the little jewel there. Fuck that up. Tried to do a double. Tried to run, just kind of step. What do you want me to do? Is that considered a monster? No, this is an obstacle. Hey, I guess you can block it as long as you're positioned correctly. Yeah, you tend to forget that you can block in this game, but there are places like against one of the... oh, wow. That's annoying. So we're gonna have to, like, take damage from this guy, I guess. Maybe it doesn't damage you when he's in that form, but oh, gotcha. Don't get back. Yeah, don't go back to sleepy mode. No! Okay, good. I thought the crystal would be wasted. It was madness. There we go. Don't say I'm not a common idiot. Dark Knight for ban. Don't mess with this. Triple H / King Arthas. Badass armor. Time to play the game. I didn't really need that to happen just yet, but time to play the game. How am I to deal with that? I am incapable of sliding. Perhaps someday I will learn how to slide. Who am I kidding? I'll never learn that. That will be a skill of the little boy Will. I can no more slide than he can perform a Dark Friar attack. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Let's keep winding our way around. I don't know that it's necessary to hit that switch yet, but it seems unlikely that it's trick trap in this game. Not so good. I would not even need to slide under such a large gap. You guys really need to learn how to throw your fireballs faster after you teleport. Took a little damage there. Oh, but I created a statue which will be looking at a treasure chest. Or a place where a treasure is. Well, what am I saying? I know exactly what this is going to be. That's probably going to be where we get the next Ray of Hope, whatever it's going to be called. Ray Chesney, the Avatar. How dare you. Dare you stand between me and the desperately needed crystals. Yeah, I think I'll be just taking damage going back and forth through there. Don't see myself getting to the point where I can perfect run that. Not without putting in a lot more effort than I feel like. Ah, we're gonna learn how to slide. Learning to slide. I believe I missed a dialogue box there. Oh well, I'm not going back for that. Oh, I just turned back into the kid first. Now I can... Yeah, is it going to tell me what I learned here? Psycho Slider can now be used. That's our delicious mini hamburger with Psycho Sauce. Only young Will can use the Psycho Slider. Dark Knight for Dawn has got bad knees. You can now use the sliding attack to pass through small passageways. Push the attack button when running. Sweet. Heal up while we're here. I'll give you some advice. Will's power is the Psycho Slider. Pass through narrow corridors using this power. Be careful not to overlook the cracks in the cliff. Alright. So there we go. So far, so good. If this is the dungeon where the game takes its gloves off, then I must have a cushy face, because it's not hurting that bad yet. Fate, consider yourself tempted. Yeah, check that shit out. Ooh, oh, sweet! You can even avoid damage from these guys. This is the shiz. This is Dr. Leo styles right here. Because, of course, Dr. Leo is the shiz. Wow. Of course, now I can use my Dark Knight for Dan powers. Making this not quite as badass as I thought it was. Really making me work for this, aren't you, game? Music continues to be epic. Still can't get there? Ah, here we go. I thought maybe I was winding back to someplace I'd already been. I was a little worried. Come along, giant rock man. Yeah, evading is not really that smart because he just keeps throwing them out there. Now I'm trying to figure out how to incorporate slides into my attacks to be more cool looking. Oof. Yeah, don't want to be here. Don't want to be kind of in the range of that thing trying to fight these guys at the same time. I can certainly still get killed here. There you go. That's the smart way to deal with those guys. Ooh, can't block that. Which I knew, I just didn't really register that I was in range. I was concentrated on the rock guy. Slow and steady wins the soul. There we go. Patience paying off there. Now the statue. Now we've got the two statues both. So I believe we are about to acquire a thingy-majigger of hope. Certainly still fail here. Oh, well, it was actually over there. Somewhere over there I needed to get it. But I want to finish off this enemy to get whatever my bonus is. And my stir strength is increased because I have finally managed to clear a room in this dungeon. I was just trying to remember where that statue was. You found the Statue of Hope. Statue of Hope. Was there another room with the same name as the last room that had that name? Alright, guys. Everything's coming up for Rifia or Pripia. So maybe we can even get to a place to heal ourselves up before this video is over. If I could remember exactly where we need to, exactly where we got this sliding power from, we can do that, but I don't. So maybe we just need a save state just to be safe. I guess that's marginally cheating because I would really need to figure out where the hell to go to save if I wasn't using an emulator, but you'll get over it, folks. Where's a place to go running to anyway? Moo. The Moo World Order. Well, I guess that was the Room of Hope over there, wasn't it? So I guess we kind of ended up at the right place. If there's a way for us to get down to over there. Was this the Room of Hope? Yeah. And just returned from somewhere. It's the same deal as before. Suddenly we have the magic of spirit and can defeat Zagos. Although I might be thinking of a different game. The sun god Rama. The ocean holds the power. And we're out. So the water level came down even further, allowing us to get a red jewel. Oh shoot, I forgot to even open up the fact about how many red jewels there were to find. So let's not get rid of any of them. I think it was only one. For some reason I think there was only one. But we will keep them in our inventory so that when we come out of this place, and we will not be able to revisit, so I need to be careful about this. But when we come out of here, I can double check and make sure we ended up with the correct number of them. Well, you know what? Let's be safe and get out of here and heal. Matter of fact, having successfully retreated to the entry point of the whole dungeon, it might not be a bad idea to just heal and call it a video. Alright, and this is a nice, fair and square sort of save state, because even though I threw down a save state earlier and felt slightly guilty about it, this is where I would have to, like, if I screw up and die, this is where we'd continue from anyway. So, calling it a video, coming in a little short of my normal 30-minute mark, but actually I think I go over 30 often enough that it averages out. When we come back, we will continue our exploration of the lost continent of Mu, and I might take a minute to make sure that I don't have to be panicking about missing red jewels. I'm MysteriousJG. Thanks for watching. Catch you guys next time. Bye-bye.